Hello? Can you hear me this time? Oh my god, I hate how fast YouTube chat is. I swear I can't keep up with it, man. Seriously. But hello, how you guys doing? I ain't gonna beat around the bush today. I am here for the next hour and a half max. I was trying to stay up to watch the Miami Heat Boston finals. It was like 11. I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep. There's no way I'm gonna be able to stay up for this. But yeah, I was like, oh, why don't I just stream? I was like, I'm genius idea. Why don't I just do that? And yeah, now I'm here. So wait a little bit for a couple of people to get in here, but make it entertaining. Don't speak again. Okay, yeah, very funny. No, I have a couple of things I want to do. I actually figured out my camera. It was a bit like my Hoover there, outside. It was a bit like I was like, why does it look so rubbish? It's not what I'm seeing, but I realized that I had to get my settings right, put it 60 FPS, etc. But yeah, I think I'm getting a hang of this. You know, I'm not fully sold on the streaming life. I have a lot of streamer friends. Their quality of life sucks because they gotta stream all day. But yeah, no, like the aspect of doing stuff live is funny because I don't have to edit it, and that saves me a lot of time. And yeah. But yeah, bro, how's it been? It's been good, man. Oh, I should tell you guys. Oh, so we Glasses Company. Wait, I need to zoom in. Glasses Company has hit 1 million subscribers, which is insane. Yeah. But oh, stuff's happening. Okay, so what do I say that I can say? Okay, so today I got to redeem my sub plaque award. I don't know what that's called. My plaque. Yes, we're gonna get to that plaque keyboard. We're gonna get to it. So this glass is Nigerian. Yes. Yeah, I redeemed it today. It's coming. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but there was a lot of stuff going on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's Glasses1 at Twitter. Follow me. I'm trying to get Twitter famous. So, if any of you were following me, you'd have seen that YouTube Gaming themselves, actually, I'm not in focus. I'm in focus. Yeah, actually, let's just go for it. Twitter.com. I'm not logged in. Log in. Glasses. Make sure I'm not sharing my screen. No, good. Okay. What's my password? I don't know. I don't know my Twitter password. And it's not auto. Oh! Rather predictable, aren't I? Okay. Okay, wait, let's start from here. Okay. Alright, okay. Share my screen, yes. Why is that not working? Oh, I hate streaming. I should be working. Why is it not working? Ugh. You can't see it, can you? Gosh darn it. I tested this, it worked. Why does it not work now? No. Yes. Okay, alright. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, so YouTube Gaming. Let me find my narrative here. Yes, YouTube Gaming reached out. They were like, "Hey, haha, you exist." This is the first time in 10 years of making videos that YouTube has ever acknowledged anything I did, which I thought was pretty dope. So, yeah, I was like, what did I say? I said, haha, YouTube finally noticed me. I am in my popular arc, because I am now in my popular arc, guys. You know, it's just some things that you experience when you have 1 million subs and don't have 1 million subs. You know, it's what can I say? Right, that's not the crazy part. I go away. The tweet does really well for some reason. I don't know why. And then I'm going through my. So this is how I found out. I'm going through my verified. What's it called? My verified engagement. So like, who with a verified checkmark has followed me, or done stuff, and I see a name that looks really familiar. It's Neil. Now, if you know anything about your Neils, you know that there's one Neil in particular that's very important. This particular Neil congratulated me on hitting 1 million subscribers. But the important thing to note is that this is the CEO of YouTube. I didn't believe it. I was like, this has to be a mistake. He's probably accidentally done it. It was real. It was real. I was kind of like, okay, this is not going according to plan, right? Yeah, I know. I was like, what? Like, it's not supposed to happen. So I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, right, I'm really in my popular arc. I know, right? Bro's really in his popular arc. Insane. So, being the kind of wallad that I am, I thought, hey, let's see what I can do here. Hello, Mr. CEO. Would you like to build a keyboard with me? It was supposed to be like, you know, that face, like, it was supposed to be like that, right? I was thinking, oh, it's funny, you know. It's a funny thing to say. A couple of days pass, I don't really hear anything. And then again, I'm going through my traffic and I see, huh? He replies with a keyboard emoji. Unbelievable. So, yeah, things have got pretty crazy since then. Yeah, I don't really know how much I can say because I'm not a fan of spoiling things before they really happen, but just assume, let's just assume, you know, one thing might lead to another. Here we go, etc, etc. The funny thing about this is that I would have the perfect keyboard to build for him. So, Twitter's been very exciting. Let's continue. So, I then post this, and this is my Magnus Opum. I've had another tweet perform like this for ages. I post this picture of this YouTube keyboard that I got. Now, very obviously, YouTube didn't do this to me. They only realized I existed 2 days ago. Let's be honest. They don't care. It actually is a keyboard that Gion, if you go know Gion, I know I'm saying it wrong, but GeonWorks made. It's the F1 V2 with DebuKey. He has, I should actually just watch the video, but he had like this idea for his 100k sub keyboard, which I saw and I was so jealous of. I was like, this is amazing. I asked both of them, can I have your permission to get this to my 1 million? And they were kind enough to grant it for me. But essentially, yeah, this is a absolutely gorgeous, I mean like absolutely gorgeous keyboard idea. It's F1 8X V2, by the way. If you don't know, I'm a very, very big Gion fan. Like, I am the Gion fan. You know that meme of like if if there's 1 million Gion fans, I am a follower. If there's one Gion fan, I am his fan. If there are no Gion fans, I don't exist. That kind of, I love his keyboards. F1 8X is probably among my top 3 keyboards of all time, and it's not top 3. But yeah, so I posted that. It did phenomenally. I had a bunch of people in my replies who never reply. So we've got like BTMC, you know, big up Ed, He usually replies, big fan. And then it was just a bunch of like random people. So there was YouTube gaming. There was this guy who I found out was no big YouTuber. There was one person I didn't believe would ever come across my stuff. I think Keemstar was in the replies. God, where is it? I can't find it. He was there. Trust me, guys. Trust me. I'm not making it up. But yeah, so I actually have it. I actually I do have the keyboard. So I know some of you guys will be curious. It is a lovely work of art. But yeah, it's it's okay. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, I was going to say hi. I love your content. Keep it the work. Thank you. Glasses, please don't explode. My grandma's number one. Thank you for your money. Here it is. Look at that. Absolutely insane, man. Every time I think I've just like, I'm satisfied with my love of keyboards, like, man. Absolutely gorgeous. So sick. So sick. It's an F18X V2, anodized in all gold. I really think only a couple of people have this. This is not out yet. Like, I don't think he's actually run his sale for this, but yeah, standard Geon stuff. You've got those 6 internal weights. Oh, I can't wait to build this, but I might have to save it for that potential Mr. Neil. If you still want to build that keyboard, we'll build this one. You know, wink, wink. But yeah, no, so far. Glasses company seems to be doing better. That's not true. Just because the views are going up and I've hit a big milestone, I am more broke than I've ever been right now, and there's a very good reason for that. So I have been running a project, out of focus, oopsie daisy. I have been doing a project for, how long is it now? I'd say 3 years. Really, it's like a year. Actually, it was supposed to be for my 1 million sub thing, but the project got pushed back, so it doesn't align anymore. But it is. That's what it's for. And it's cost me everything. I'm not being dramatic. I have no money. All of the money I've made doing YouTube, I'm doing odd jobs here and there. I have no money. It's all gone into this thing, and if it flops, I'm in very big trouble. This is not financially sensible, but I'm putting everything I have into this project. So much so that like operating costs in the last couple of months have been like, I'm surprised I still have a roof on my head. Like but it's worth it. When you see what it is, when you see what I've pulled off and how unbelievably funny it is, it will make sense. But like, the Glasses company still doesn't do well. That was not a joke. That was never a joke. Like a lot of the things I do that I find funny are just, it's just real life. You just laugh because of the absurdity of it, but it's like, nah, I'm 2 bad months away from not having a roof over my head. So yeah. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. That's our story. But yeah, what we're actually doing is, I have a bunch of keyboard ideas I thought would be fun. I always have a bunch of keyboard ideas, actually. That's nothing new. I'd love to kind of bounce off you guys, you know. I don't always have people to bounce my ideas off, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing now. Oh, did I just move that and ruin my alignment? Yes, I did. Right, okay, so do you have your actual gold play button? Not yet, no. It's midnight. Why are you here? Because I'm waiting for the game. I have to see if the Celtics can come back 3-0 down. And I was gonna fall asleep, so I was like, oh, I can stream. What is this thug shake you're telling me to do? I'm not doing it. Yeah. All right. Okay. 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 So let me go through my list um, of keyboards. Some of these I'm actually gonna do, by the way. Some of these I really am gonna do. Oh, right. Okay. 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 I had this great idea the other day. Okay. So for any of you who work in a professional setting, you probably have to sign your name on an email a lot. Like you're typing an email, blah 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 blah, to who this may concern. Shut up, phone. To who this may concern, blah 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 blah. Regards, glasses. I do that a lot. My idea was that typing this out over and over again is annoying, right? I always forget to do it, or I forget what my ending is. It's really annoying. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be just revolutionary? How do I undo? Okay, no, I know how to use Paint. Wouldn't it be great if you had an assistant to sign that off for you, right? And not just any assistant, because hiring an assistant is expensive, I can tell you firsthand. You had an assistant that you had in your house by chance. What if we could figure out how to make dogs type your name? Think about it for a second. Think about it. This is what we do, right? We get a big keyboard. I don't know wherever you find a big keyboard that big, but apparently some crazy people have done that. Big ass keyboard, right? Okay. Big keyboard. I'm gonna draw a lot of these keyboards today. I'm really great at this. Okay, and then let's say your name is Bob, right? That's gonna be roughly. That's not a good example. Let's say your name is Dan. Let's say your name is Dan, right? D-A-N to the gate. No, wrong thing. What you do, right? You have your big keyboard. You plug it in next to your setup. Then you put a bunch of doggy treats, bunch of delicious doggy treats on each treat, right? You wait for your dog. You put it on the treat, right? On the key. It presses it, and you give it a treat, right? That's how you train dogs. I don't know. I don't have a pet. I've never had a pet growing up. My parents are not fond of animals. But essentially, yes, you do this. You train it, and now you have a personal person to sign off all your emails for free, so you don't have to. I think that's a great idea, but I can see some of you guys in chat are not convinced. Did someone say I'm using Paint in 2023? I use Paint for all of my professional drafts. I use Paint to draw everything. I use Paint to analyze. It's insane. That's a weak idea. I can see some of you saying, "Oh, why didn't you automate it?" Well, that's boring. I have a much better idea, actually. I personally think that people should spend more time learning how to type fast. There's one thing that annoys me a little bit is people who have thousands of pounds worth of keyboards and type at 60 words per minute. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to enjoy keyboards that much if I typed at 60 words per minute. So I have a line of ideas that are based around trying to get people to type faster by any means possible. My first idea is this, right? Imagine we have a keyboard. See, I told you I'm going to do this a lot. Okay, just use your sense of imagination. This is the keyboard, right? And then I have a program that asks you for your average word per minute. Let's say it's 60 words per minute, right? And then you start typing on the keyboard, right? You got your screen in front of you. If you are maintaining above or on top of your 60 words per minute, right? Nothing happens. You're completely fine. However, the second you dip below your claimed 60 word per minute average, oh god, this is awful. 3 extremely bright light bulbs will flashbang you. until you're able to get back to your 60 words per minute average, right? The idea for this product is aptly dubbed the flashbang keyboard. What I would do is I would gather a bunch of unsuspecting friends or YouTubers or both, depending on who I can trick that day, and I'd sit them down and tell them I have a new product to help them type. It would basically be encased in like you wouldn't see the light bulbs. They basically have like some kind of a servo motor, and it'd come out and flash you, so you don't know it's there. I just ask you casually, how fast do you think you type, right? Oh, you say 70 words per minute. You go in, you're doing it, but you choke. You go to 68, and then you get flashbanged. And that sense of impending doom you have from knowing that you're about to get flashbanged fills you with a sense of fear of failing. And I don't have the science to back it up, but I do believe that it will encourage you to type faster out of fear of losing your sight. I personally think that's like an 8 out of 10. I think that's one of my better ideas, which is probably saying something. No? Okay. You don't seem too very convinced. Collab with Michael Reeves and make a Taser keyboard. I want to do that. I get the comment a lot. I'm just... Stuff takes a long time, okay? To be studied, no. Oh, actually, that reminds me of another idea I had. It's actually a real idea that we're going to do, which I can kind of reveal now. But, so, one of my friends has... Genius, count me in. Kickstarter win. Thank you for the £5. I'll be back. I need to get something. This is actually one of my long-term ideas that we've finally come to fruition. But one of my friends, this is actually quite serious. One of my friends has addiction. It's a crippling Mentos addiction. For the time he was with me and briefly working with me, he would consume 2 to 4 entire packs of Mentos. He could go through a Mentos multi-pack by himself in the span of a couple of hours. His calorie intake, Mentos formed a significant part of his calorie intake. I've never seen that in another human being. It got really bad. So instead of sitting down and talking to him or submitting to him to, the right people who could help him with his clearly strange issue, I thought, no, I'm going to monetize that. And what I did is I made this. This is the world's first Mentos dispensing keyboard. So I took a lot of the designs, right? We looked at our older, what are they called? Apple AEKs, right? Because he loves, the first keyboard I let him try actually was one with some orange Alps, and he just loved the look and feel of that. So I was like, okay, we're going to design it after that so that you like the keyboard. But the main thing here to notice is that this keyboard has a very weird thing. I can't think of the words on top of my head, but we realized that we probably couldn't beat his addiction. Like it was too full blown, so we should probably just give him enough Mentos so that he's allowed to live. So he basically started his day with 1 tube of Mentos, and the thing here is that you basically put the Mentos in this tube right here, and then you have like a little stick, so you can basically just, there's a little cap here that you just push down, and a Mento pops out the side. So you're just minding your own business. Oh, I'm feeling like some Mentos because I'm addicted, and then just pops out. You have some Mentos. It probably works for a bunch of sweets, that fit this kind of diameter. I think it's a great, like, if you want to restrict the number of sweets you're having a day, you just pop it in here. Oh, I've done 30 minutes of work. Let me reward myself with a Mento. Bam. I think this is a winner. I think this is a winner. But yeah, I'm not quite convinced on the mass appeal of that one. I think that that might not be the most popular one. I also think that that might actually make his addiction worse. Doesn't matter though. It who cares, right? What else have I got in the bag? Oh man. So I had this going back to the idea of people typing faster. I feel like one of the issues is that they don't spend enough time practicing, right? But I also realize we have a lot of dead time in our days between things, right? You're walking down the stairs to go and pick up your delivery. You're between things. You're driving home from a long day of work. You're between things, right? 2 ideas for me pop up from that. Freshmaker 65 confirmed. Keyboard with 2 knobs to help etch a sketch. That would be actually very funny. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so how do I do this? What I want to do basically is, I find that there's 2 ways of integrating this. The first way is probably a bit more expensive, but a lot of people drive on the way back from work, right? And they drive with this thing we all like to call a steering wheel. Oh, it's the wrong color. Steering wheel, right? I don't know what steering wheel looks like. I can't drive. A lot of my American friends make fun of me, but it's like, haha, I can take public transport, you can't. Imagine a keyboard that goes as fast as you type. Good idea, right? We replace this old archaic steering wheel with a keyboard, right? Now the issue with this idea is that it requires 2 people. One person on the left, the passenger, has a keyboard which controls some form of acceleration / speed, and it's based on how fast you type. So, the faster you type Racer but real. Oh god, I'm exposing myself. We're gonna do Type Racer at some point, but real next year. It's just very expensive. One person on the left is typing, right? Oh, red light, green light, you gotta start typing, you gotta start typing. The other person has a steering wheel, which I said was archaic, but we're actually gonna need. Together, one person is able to get their typing practice in, and the other person drives. So it does require that now you have to have 2 friends, instead of just one person at the helm, which is kind of counterproductive. But this way, you get friends, you get a chance to type. I can see this is already a bad idea. No pedals, yes. It's not as bad as my other idea for a transitionary keyboard, which is one that I've actually tried to do, but let's draw this. These oh god, I can't draw. These are supposed to be stairs. There is no bigger feeling of pain in a man's body when they have to leave their PC, go AFK for a couple of seconds because they have to answer the door, or some other nonsense, right? Imagine you could just walk out of your room and there would be a keyboard embedded into your stairs, right? World's first gaming stairs, right? You'd be able to, let's say this is like a Q, W, E, with a bit of coordination, you would never have to ever go AFK ever again. We could abolish AFK because there would never be a point where you're away from your keyboard. I think that's one of the best ideas I've ever had. I think it's so good. I think some of the issues are that okay, I think that why you don't seem to like these ideas. I think this is a great idea. I think this would be so good for your coordination. I also think it would be brilliant exercise. Like, could you imagine you've got a stairs, you have like 25 stairs, right? You're basically just running up and down the stairs to type your words. You'd be typing or working, you know, extremely productive, but also you'd be getting your steps in. Imagine getting 10,000 steps a day and 9,700 of them are letters. Two birds with one stone. I don't see how this is a bad idea. I think this is a great idea. Okay, I want you guys now to rate this idea out of 10, so I have an idea of I can get an idea how good this idea is. I think this is brilliant. Class the company is tanking for Wembanyama. That's funny. I think this is a great idea. Get your votes in. All right, 2 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 1, 7, 10, 0, 26, 7, 4, 4, 2, 5. Okay, so I'm getting it's like a 3 out of 10. All right. Okay, 3 out of 10 idea. Respectfully, I think you're all wrong. I think when the gaming stairs enters the market, you're gonna be like, oh, I should have invested in that. I think you're all wrong. I think this is a fire idea, but fine. 3 out of 10, whatever. I think we can. I've got a couple more ideas left before I probably need to go make some snacks. You know what? At this point, I have a couple more ideas left before I'm done. Do you guys have any ideas that I could maybe, you know, steal? Any quickfire ideas? Wii Fit keyboard. Keyboard made out of just numpads. That's really easy. A keyboard that is also a gun. A keyboard that is also a gun. This is crazy. The ratings here are either a 10 or a 0. There's no in between. You either think this is the greatest thing of all time, or it's just straight trash. They're just hilarious. The reason I looked at this for so long before I started is that I actually have a friend who's been working on something like this for a long time. It's not done because they're busy, but like, I really considered if I could actually make a video on a gun keyboard. Oh, that reminds me of another idea I had actually last week, which Fraser, who's probably seen in some videos, was not a big fan of. I call it the Knuckle Duster keyboard. Let me explain. Right? You're a gamer. You're a pacifist. You don't like fighting. Somebody has spat on your honor, right? They called you trash or some other insult that probably is true because you're probably bad at games, right? My idea for this, I actually had a whole thing, and I kind of have to expose it now, so I probably can't do it. But I'd get into some fake beef with some YouTuber. I don't know. Hey, Marcus Brownlee, I think you suck at frisbee, right? Something like that. Something crazy. We go back and forth. We do the internet beef. The thing of, oh, you're ugly, you're stupid. I think your smile is crooked. I think you have a weird hairline. You know, that kind of like a kind of year 7 beef, right? We did that for a couple of months. Then I come out, boom. The fight, MKBHD Glasses fight. We think we're boxing, right? We build it up, we're hyped today. It's gonna be a in-person event. We get into the ring, we have the ring announcer, oh, in the red corner, hailing from America, Marquez. Everyone goes wild. In the blue corner, hailing from the United Kingdom. United Keyboard. I got a problem. United Kingdom, Glasses. Wild crowd goes crazy, right? We get into the ring. We're wearing boxing gloves, but at the last second when they ring the bell, did they ring the bell for boxing? I don't know. We take the gloves off and we put on our keyboard knuckle dusters. The aim of the fight, right? The aim of the fight is not to punch or beat your opponent. But let's say you have like a switch, wireless knuckle duster on your knuckles, right? By hitting them, we have 2 big screens behind us so we can see. You're trying to spell a word before your opponent does. That's how the round ends, right? You have to spell the word first, which means you have to strike your opponent to do that, right? I can't just punch myself in the right order. Let's say you have 4 letters and you have to spell a certain order, right? I have to punch whoever it is in the right order to spell my word to win the round before they do, right? I think this would actually be a really fun exercise-based keyboard. I think that punching somebody with a keyboard on your wrist is hilarious. Personally, I think that's one of my better ideas, which is saying a lot. But anyways, I want to get your rating. What are we rating keyboard knuckle duster out of 10? Terrible idea. 10 out of 10. Do it. Oh yeah, it's so good. 10, 3, 4.2, 5 broken noses out of 10. 6 out of 9, 69 out of 10. 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Okay, 7 out of 10. Okay, so you guys like this one a lot more. Strange, because I think that I've had some other you know what? Sure, I'll accept that. Okay. What other ideas do I have? Let me have a look through my list. How could I forget? Oh, okay. Oh, God, okay. Ooh, I just read a terrible idea. Jesus HC says a keyboard that sprays a mist of water after a sweaty gaming experience. Oh, no, that is awful. That is awful. Oh, also, I should ask, so I never really get feedback. What do you guys think of my latest video with Mr. Who's the Boss? Did you like what we did there? That was a fun video. Probably told though by the fact that my hair was, Dave's hair was all cut off, that we filmed that like a couple months back. We were just waiting for sponsors to sponsor the thing, the big million sub video that I've been planning for so long, because we need money. I don't get sponsors, I don't get money, I can't fund it, and it won't work. I'm putting all this money into it, and it might flop. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. Bro, I can't believe. If someone just say hairline worse than Gideon, I actually have a pretty good hairline, all things considered. But dude, there's so much we cut out of that video at the end, because when he was going through that like tutorial, right, the setting up. So let me explain. So we build a video, the keyboard, everything's fine, and then spoilers if you haven't seen it, you've seen it by now. It's been out for 10 days. Dude, I'm starting to shake at this point. I'm getting really nervous because I'm like, I don't want to spoil this moment. What I basically had to pretend is that I forgot how to set the keyboard to Bluetooth. I didn't. I know how to do it. Like we spoke about this a lot. But I hand him the keyboard for a second. Like I'm kind of thinking about, how do I do this? How do I do this? So this is my acting performance. This is why in the video before that part I said, I have to get confident to give the performance of a lifetime because it really was. And then Like it oh god. So I have to start like pretending to be like, oh, how do I do this? Oh, I don't know how to. Oh, how do I? And then I have to pretend that I remember. Oh, there's this thing you can do to scan a thing and go to a tutorial. Which, by the way, the reason we came up with that is that base jam on this. I think one of my friends sent that like a thing where I don't know who the manufacturer. I think it was maybe PCBWay. Were able to do silk screen of barcodes. I always wanted to rickroll him for that video, but they showed they were able to do that, and we thought we just have to figure out an interesting way to get him to think that this is a legit troubleshooting method. The way we figured was like, if we just put that scan to be like a what do you call it, straight to a rickroll video, there's a good chance that it might buffer when he loads it. He might figure out immediately. That was too obvious. So we need to make a way of making it seem like there was a legitimate problem. So you saw the video, you saw how it goes down. But when he picks it up and like he kind of starts chuckling like, oh, this is a kind of funny thing, and he starts shaking it, I've never felt more alive. Like I legitimately couldn't believe that he had fell for it hook, line, and sinker. It was the funniest thing ever. Like, you saw me laughing after that. I left a lot of it in because it was genuine. But I was laughing for like a good 10 minutes. I could not believe that he fell for it. It was hilarious. But what was I saying? I had a point to raise that up. I had a point. I can't remember. Anyways, yes, I have one idea that I've been sitting on for a really long time. Bro, my paint skills are impeccable. I don't want to hear it. My paint skills are. This is right a keyboard. This is the donut keyboard, right? Or what I like to call the infinite keyboard, right? My idea for this is simple, right? COVID got us all to get comfortable being isolated from each other. You know, the whole 6 foot thing or 2 meters, wherever you're from. I feel like people since haven't recovered quite in terms of, you know, just being together as people, right? So I want to make a keyboard that forces people to come together through a gross disregard of personal space. It would be a keyboard that would basically be 10 TKOs in a row. The play on name here is that I've done the triple keyboard, which is the 3KL. This would be the 10 keyless, because it would be 10 TKOs, so I could actually call it the 10KO, right? Like, it's funny, right? No. So yeah, basically what I want to do is I'd build this, and then I would sit. I'd have like 10 people who work legitimate jobs. Bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I can't count. Would bring their setups, their PCs into like an office space, kind of like the actual office, and they'd sit around for a day, and we basically just document how close these 10 random strangers could get through using a keyboard that requires them to sit uncomfortably close to each other. I think that would be hilarious. It's just kind of expensive, and like I said, I don't really have any money because it's dumb project, you get it. I think this one would be really, really fun. I'd love to also be a part of this. I consider doing this with like streamers and whatnot, but I think it would be funnier if it was like 10 legitimately random professionals, you know, graphic designers, coders, accountants, anybody who has to use their computer and can work like from home. I basically invite a bunch of you guys down to do this and just kind of just like observe you for a day or whatever. I think it would be really, really fun. I think this would be this would be great. Pros drawing the London Eye. Wow, it actually does look like London. I could call it the London Eye key. No, that's done. That's done. What are we rating this one, guys? I think this is one of my better ones. Is there an ETA on the project, or is it still ways in the works? Probably August, probably beginning of August. So not that far, but not that close. 2 months. 2 months, give or take a couple of weeks. Damn, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 4 out of 10, hater, 10, 9, 10, damn, I'm giving this a 9. Yeah, okay, this is the 1 AM keyboard. I think this is one of my better ideas. I think at least for a video, it's a great idea. I also have an idea related to this that I won't explain because it will ruin it, but it's a largely doing this and getting a sponsor for it and being able to make the money is for another video idea. The one I really want to make, but it's kind of like it's like a Mr. Beast challenge, but if people could die, that's all I would say. Imagine like Mr. Beast just kind of went like, hey, last person to leave the circle wins, but if you don't win, you die. Like it would be like that kind of edgy. I got some ideas. Like they're not suitable to explain right now, but they're gonna be pretty funny. This is Mr. Murder. Mr. Beast keyboard when? Oh, dude, I'm saving that for the. That reminds me of another video idea I have. I want to do like a gifting my friends keyboards that describe them best, where I can just make a bunch of really dumb. Like I want to make a keyboard with like a massive L to give to my friend who's just always taking an L in gaming situations or whatever, or a keyboard of just. I have a lot of ideas to do that I think would be really funny. So if I could do a version with YouTubers, I just give Mr. Beast like a solid gold keyboard. I'm assuming nobody's made a solid gold keyboard. I've seen people. I think Additor, saying it wrong, did like solid gold keycaps, or not solid gold keycaps, but gold plated keycaps. But I'd love to do like a fully solid gold keyboard. Like with most things, the Glasses company doesn't do that well. I tried to get some quotes and it was in the high five figures. And as we saw with the triple keyboard, sorry, the giant keyboard, nobody wants to sponsor me. So unless I can figure out a way to have 50 grand just lying about, that probably won't happen. But or I just give him my YouTube plaque keyboard, but that's not gold, so it's not that funny. But yeah, I have a couple of other ideas. I just kind of want to go and get some snacks for the game. So hey, thanks for entertaining me. Oh no, actually I have one more idea. One more idea that I think is fire. Okay, so I tried to think of new innovative keyboard ideas by demographics of people who aren't commonly tailored to when you think about a keyboard. Usually you think of like gamers, some professionals. That's very boring. There are so many people out there who require keyboards who I feel like don't have keyboards properly tailored for them. That's where the Glasses company steps in, right? The keyboards for everyone. My real goal in the next decade is to have the greatest peripheral company of all time. I joke a lot, that's not a joke. That's my real like end game. I'm trying to beat Corsair, Razer. I'm trying to put you in your place. But a couple of years away from that. Keyboard for animals. I don't see anybody catering for, hyenas or lions or tigers. We don't know that they don't need keyboards. Have you ever asked a lion if it needs a keyboard? You haven't, so you don't know. Huh? This is where I come in, right? What I envision is I go on a safari trip, which would probably be quite expensive, so that's probably why I haven't done it yet. But I go on a safari trip, right, with my keyboards, and I in the wild, I basically just ask a bunch of animals, like a panda or a giraffe, if they like the keyboard I've made for them, right? That's how I get my market research to see if it's good for it or not. The first idea I have for that is right, this is giraffe 2 R's or 2 F's? I think it's 2 F's, isn't it? I was never good at spelling. 2 Fs, yeah. This is the giraffe keyboard, right? Main body, okay. Main body, regular keyboard. But then you have, I don't know actually if it's actually been captured, it is, yeah. Then you have a long neck, right? That'll make the giraffe feel heard and seen, okay? And it goes to a backspace, right? Admittedly, there's not really any kind of funny, might have like some ears and like giraffe colors, but outside of that, it's just a keyboard with a long neck from the backspace. I shouldn't be doing keyboard ideas at 1 AM. It's not my. I come up with a lot of ideas at 1 AM, but like 5 out of 10 of them are straight trash. We could do this with other animals, right? Lion keyboard, big lion's mane. What other animals do I know? Elephant keyboard, right? Okay. Elephant keyboard could be like big keyboard here. I don't know what elephants look like. Big trunk. Some tusks. With some keycaps. Yes. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. How cute that doesn't look like an elephant, does it? I should really hire a graphic designer for these. Yes, animal themed keyboards. I think the keyboard with a real blowhole. And the whale keyboard as well. Oh, we just have like a massive. That looks like a whale lord. We just have like a massive keyboard that shoots out like water. That water shooting keyboard is probably not a great idea. But then instead of making like a giant 6-foot keyboard, I make a 24-foot keyboard and I dump it into the ocean, thereby polluting the sea. No, that's a terrible idea. Okay, well, let's just stick to the elephant keyboard and the giraffe keyboard. How are we feeling about those? I think that the giraffe community would be quite reciprocal of a keyboard made for them personally. That's what the market research shows, but I want to see what you guys think. Did you run out of video ideas? I get asked this. You would think that given I've made keyboards only about videos only about keyboards, I would. I say I probably have like a good like 150 ideas that are good ideas that I think I could do. It's just time and money of choosing which ones to make. So bad idea, they can't type. Well, that's not true. You assume they can't type, but you've never actually seen them type or attempt to type to say that they can't type. You're just assuming that. Giraffes could type at 140 words per minute. Can you conclusively say that giraffes can't type at 140 words per minute? Exactly. You can't. Do you think you'll do another sketchy meetup in the London Park again this year? Was that special one-time offer? Maybe. I don't know. I have to have a lot of stuff to give away, and that's quite expensive. But it was fun. All right. Yeah, I ran out of money, not ideas. That's the issue. Just gonna spawn in Forest Gate with 100 keyboards. First of all, you're not gonna catch me in Forest Gate making keyboard videos. Alright, it's 1:09. I'm gonna go prepare for the game. Yeah, thanks for entertaining me. I think these ideas will change the world soon. But even if they don't, I will love keyboards all the same. Okay, bye.